I'm going to start early because I can. Hopefully, nobody's upset about that. Hit that like button if you haven't already, though. I'd really like to get some likes, get those likes up. We're at 16 right now, so that's better than the 13 people that are here, so that's good. Keep it up, guys. If you're one of them that hasn't hit that like button, hit that like button. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Chuck. Not upset, just taken by surprise. Well, yeah, but some people might be like, there's still 15 minutes to go. I just couldn't sit here and wait any longer, so I'm here, whether you like it or not. That's an ad for my own live video, which is great. Good job, YouTube. Peter Lukaku, $10. Picard Season 2, Episode 5 brought to you by Pfizer and Moderna. Oh, depression. Yeah, got things to say about that. Christian Montgomery, $5. During the Apollo 11 moon landing, the computer gave 1201 and a 1202 alarm. Armstrong recognized the code and took manual control for a successful landing. Amen. Thank you, Bodie McBoatface. I was just thinking about how much I missed my favorite captain. I'm not your favorite captain, don't lie. Yeah, I even recorded the voicemail for you guys for this live as well. I told Samuel to release that one early. He was going to release it on Saturday. I'm like, I don't think it'll wait till Saturday. He thought it was going to be a spoiler. I'm like, no, we should probably just release it. So, but anyway, here I recorded it. Hopefully it'll play. Why is it taking so long to play? Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Why is it not playing? And it's not like I can call it really because I'm using my phone to talk to you guys. So I sent it to my messenger. Which is refusing to play it. Anyway, we've done a video on it. Go check out the video. His phone number, if anybody wants to call Q, his phone number is 323-634-5667. So give it a call if you haven't already. I'm really disappointed that this isn't playing. Why is it not playing? Oh well, regardless. We've done a video on it. Go check it out. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Mark Phillip says, who's been a member for 21 months at the rank of Commander, so thank you very much, Commander. Says it was good to see where the Soji's look came from. Yes. Samuel's here. What's with the thumbnail, man? What happened there? I insisted that Girardi in the red dress be the thumbnail. I'm sure you guys know why, if you know me. So, Kit 10K throws in $20, so thank you very much, Kit. Yo, Cap, saw the video of you two calling Q's number. It reminded me that they did something like that with Terminator Dark Fate, where Arnold's character had a drape designing company and the number was on the side of his van. Yes, it's true. Bodie McBoatface says, you're right. Future Samuel is my favorite captain. He became captain when his old captain went insane and took off with this pug. Weird, right? His captain was... Oh, never mind. So who's Bodie McBoatface, and why do you have a wrench? My moderators and admins shouldn't be changing their name like that without telling me. So tell me who you are, please. Fleet Pa, $5. Read about Q's number from a spoiler post on Facebook. Turned my shite day around, and I laughed for about 20 minutes. Yes, sir. It was a good one. It was a good little Easter egg, which wasn't really an Easter egg. So, well then, Olivia should change her name back to Olivia. Or tell me prior to that she's doing it. So, Girardi is the board queen, or so much fun. Alison Pillows was Nelly in the season. Hell yes! And that red dress. Did you notice the girl in the red dress? I did. No, it's okay now that I know who you are, Olivia, but you need to let me know beforehand. I like that Q was in my contacts. It was nice to see Q and Adam soon going back and forth. Yes, she is very fine. Well, especially in that dress. I mean, that dress really accentuates her doctorness. Her doctorness, I tell you. Second reference to Kirk this season with Gary 7. Yeah. Picard paid attention in history class, because to think supervisor, and oh yeah, Kirk ran into a supervisor class 1, Gary 7. Our full review's out tomorrow. I liked this episode. It was fun, but it very quickly, at the end there, turned into... I expected to see either George Clooney or Tom Cruise come around the corner, because it literally turned into either Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 6, I guess, with them, or Mission Impossible. It definitely had that feel to it, and I was cool with it. It was actually interesting. I was just left in a lurch again. I was like, oh, it's just getting good, and it's the end. It's over. It's like, oh, well, you got me, wanting to see... Well, there weren't 11 of them, though, George, so... Definitely got what we wanted to see next week's, though, so... Hell yeah. Girardi looks fucking amazing in that red dress. Humana. Brent Spiner and the 100 Soongs. I mean, yep, that's pretty accurate. Not gonna lie. Pretty awesome. I loved it. This was one as good as the last one was bad. Make sure people read the poll, Stuart. I don't have a poll. I don't know what the poll is. I can't see the poll, so... As far as I know, there is no poll. All right, let's see. I'm going to wait a minute here for people to get in, because I did start a little early. Des says it was a great episode. Really enjoyed it. Yes, it was. They had Hyperion-class cruiser in the background. Was that a Hyperion-class cruiser in the background? Of what? The Strange New Worlds trailer? No, that was more like a Gagarin class. This episode was shit, just saying, says Harrison Wells. Okay. Poll is, did you miss Sam? Well, everybody go vote in the poll. I can't close the poll. I can't see the poll, so there's no point having a poll, honestly. But thank you, Sam. No one misses you, Sam. It's fine. They're here to see me, as it should be. Already halfway through this season. This is very true. Cody Michaels, I just really want to see the tubulars in the neck. Nanoprobes, assimilation. I thought I was going to see that with the cup. Yeah, I did too. Mark Phillip, on your screen looked like a Babylon 5 ship. Oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention to my screen behind me, so. This is the way. It was snappy, well-directed, acted, written, and well-paced. Do you miss Sam? Yes, no, or who? That's a good poll, Sam. But I can't see it, so you might want to close it before you leave tonight, because otherwise it'll just stay open. And people are lying already, saying they miss Sam. Like, what the hell, damn guy? Vert to hell.
If we go, let's close. Let's do this and go up to down here. There's the phone number in case you guys need to call Q and find out what Q says if you haven't watched our video.
I'm trying to get it to play the one I recorded, but it's not playing on my iPad for some reason. But there you go. 323-634-5667. Go. Now. And I'm really bummed that it's not playing, but that's okay. I can actually play our whole video on it because I won't get a copyright strike unless Sam's being an asshole. Sam could copy strike me. Yes, Leah Thompson made an appearance as well, so that was good. I don't understand how the episodes in this series can be so hit or miss. Who is Sam we're talking about? Captain Foley, did you see the Borg cleavage in this episode? Who are you talking to? Of course I noticed all the cleavage in this episode. Yes, I noticed the Borg cleavage. Unfortunately, she had a big gunshot wound as well, which was a little disturbing, but hey. Soon having Tholian drones is a little much. Just kidding, it was really cool. Well, they weren't Tholian drones, but I can see why people would think that for sure. Did you notice that the Watcher's control pad is Romulan? Yes, we have a video coming out about that. So is the display screen that she uses to show the therapy session. It is also... Oh, he ended the poll with 39 votes. 51% said yes, 38% said who, and 10% said no, which is kind of funny. Olivia Julius testing. Yes, it worked. Did you notice the guy with Leah Thompson was Rozhenko? Yes, I did notice that as well. 51% yes. I'll end the poll there. As more people come in for these late nights who don't know who Sam is, which shame on you. You should have left the poll up, but anyway. Listen, Jericho, I don't think that's Soon's biological daughter. I'm guessing a failed augment from the eugenics wars. There, I'm sorry, but you didn't tick me off. I don't like seeing moderators who I don't know who they are. So, yeah, I was surprised to see it. Pleasantly surprised. Lots of nice little nods and Easter eggs. I really love that Soon was driving a Tesla. Yeah, I noticed that as well. Killer Agnes strikes again. 2 murders, 2 seasons. Haha, my girlfriend saw Leah Thompson and goes, that chick from Howard the Duck. Was her first thought. That's fun. That's fucking great. So yeah, I don't know. I'll leave that up for now, but just for a minute or two, if you guys haven't called it yet, go call it. Sam closed it before it changed against him. Yes, this is true. Sam sent another poll. Okay, another poll is up, guys. How awesome is Samuel? Very awesome. But in the very awesome line, he spelled awesome wrong. Awesome. Wow, he's amazing. I really think he's swell. Wow. A little self-indulgent with the polls there, man. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, it's really annoying. I'm really annoyed that this isn't playing the thing that I recorded earlier. Because I wanted to play Q's little message. But hey. Anyway, I'll go back to the chat. You guys are more important than that, so. Killer Agnes strikes again. 2 murders this season. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, she's shooting somebody else. Or she's killing somebody else. That's great. Look, everyone, it's a cue card. Samuel, the 1960s called They Want Their Words Swell Back. Funny because Kirk Thatcher, who was the punk on the bus, was one of the puppeteers in Howard the Duck. Yes. New poll. Only a 40-minute episode. Puggy replied to how amazing is Sam with the snarky snore. I I was trying to do a snore noise, but it didn't work. Is it crew evaluation day? I mean, it could be. Funny how it sounded more like Q in the message than in the show. I thought the very same thing, Lisa Jericho. Samuel made himself laugh.
Well, that's what's important here, after all. So let's go back to looking at some L cars.
This is the way. Geraldine Karstensen, $25, buying some votes for Cap. Now that's awesome. Cheers. So I have Sexton single malt whiskey mixed with some ginger ale in a plastic cup. How classy is that? But hey. Are you doing a live on all the new Stranger Worlds character teaser trailers? Yes. I'll probably do them all on the same live, and we'll probably do them on Monday, would be my guess. So, and Sam, if you're still here, thank you for releasing that phone call video. I just saw it plastered everywhere, and I was like, oh, we missed the boat again. But no, we got it. So thank you. Appreciate it. These episodes go by way too fast. Long live the pug. What is the pug number? The pug number is 555 ZZZ Snore SNOR. There's no E because that's too many numbers. Stay classy. SD. Who's SD? Shem. Who is SD? Stay classy. Liz Jericho, anyone else think that Q is trying to help? This could be the Edith Keeler situation, and Picard isn't supposed to be on the to go on the ship. I think he's trying to help, but I think I have a distinct impression, we talk about this in our video, that there might actually be two Qs now, because the therapist Q doesn't seem to jive with the Q that's talking to Soong. So, are there two Qs, literally? And they're both Delancey? Like, is it an evil Confederation timeline Q and the regular Q trying to help? I don't know. Peter Lukaku Q, was he malevolent? There's no more comedy to his character. If there is, just call the number 323-634-5667. All right. Good use of Z Stewart. Tejesh Mattel, and go fuck yourself, San Diego. Darth Maul, I thought it was a pretty good episode, second only to episode 1, in my opinion. Christian Montgomery, Prime Earth sure had a dystopian existence for surveillance. Hunter, PDX, your plastic glass and flat appearing beverage does not exclude class of some type. Oh, okay. I don't really care, because it tastes good. Sam says other captains in the fleet are jealous of how classy you are. Yes, classy is the word. It's true. Fleet Pal says it's 1-800-I-AM-PUGS. Confused how Mbega proclaims he is chief medical officer in the trailer when he's a staff physician in TOS. Yeah, maybe he gets a demotion. Who knows? I just called Q. That was great. It was an Anchorman quote. Yes. Stay classy. San Diego. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Mark Phillips says, I think there's definitely something wrong with Q. There's something wrong with him not being well. I think either there's two Qs or he has a split personality or something. So Terrence says, good episode, I thought. JL Young says, younger Q? Video awesome. Yes, that would make sense. I don't see why Q would be evil like he is being now. Assignment freaking Earth, man. If that's how the show or the Gary 7 show is going to play out, if it was going to be called Assignment Earth, that's a good name for a show, by the way. I kind of dig the Ocean's 11 Mission Impossible type vibe near the end there. If that's how that show was going to be, that would have been great. Kid 10K throws in $10. Could Q also have multiple personality disorder? Yes. Yes. Said that already too. Seti Transmedia. I don't understand why Q is working against Picard when he is the one that brought them to fix it. Could this Q be his past version? Could be, I don't know. I like the subtle reference to the eugenics wars. Yes, yes. Olivia says, I'll be gone this weekend. I'm headed to Branson, Mo. Going to switch my focus from sci-fi ships to history ships. Cool. And guys, if anybody's going to Star Trek Mission Chicago in well, next weekend, not this upcoming weekend, but the one after, I will be there. I'm going to be driving down. So I would love to meet you guys. If you see me, say hi, please. So if anybody's going, let me know. Last time we saw a depowered Q, he didn't know about eating or sleeping yet. This time he's figured out how to master hacker in tune to all humanity things in the 21st century. I said the same thing, Grant. I'm not sure exactly how that came about, but yeah. Pike's Enterprise is the flagship of the Federation. No, it's not. The Enterprise is not the flagship yet, and it wasn't even the flagship in TOS. It didn't become the flagship until the motion picture. Hunter PDX, John Delancey is really doing a good job. I think the timeline changes and something else we don't know about have messed him up. Yes, I'm sure we'll get. Oh, we better get that explanation. Peter Lukaku, $10. Seven no longer had her old mannerisms, her head tilt, etc. She just feels like she's on a crime scene CSI. She's relishing in her new appreciation for being human, fully human. Surprised Jean-Luc knows about Gary 7. I would assume that would be classified, need to know information. Well, he's an admiral at this point. Mark says, I think Mbaga being CMO would still work. He could be CMO and then leave to do his extensive search studies on Vulcan. Fleet Pass says, my thought, the Q in the black who's helping Soong is Confederation, and the Q in the Europa coat from last episode is Prime Q. Tajash says, my theory is still that the Continuum slapped Q down for advocating for humanity via Picard, who then blew up the Stargazer. My second theory is Renee Picard must die to bring out the utopian future. But she didn't die. In the first episode where he's giving a speech, he says, and my ancestor Renee Picard was one of the first to explore the solar system. How is Brent Spiner so good? He's really good in this role. Yes, this is one of the better Soong roles for him, I think. He's more Brett than just anything else. Mark says he's seriously considering Chicago. Tajesh says Q has never worked against Picard. I don't think he's starting now. Sci-Fi Nation says TMP and TNG. Well, ever since the motion picture era, the Enterprise has been the flagship. Until there's no Enterprise. Even the Enterprise B was the flagship. The Enterprise C was the flagship. The time between the C and the D, I don't know if the flagship banner gets passed to another ship until the new Enterprise is built. But yes, it's always been the flagship since Kirk's return from his 5-year missions. I can't wait till Strange New Worlds. Picard arrived. Chuck A, I am not going to Chicago. I'll be at Starfest Denver, though. I hope to see you there, Captain. When is that? When is it? Because I got a lot of shit coming up. I got Wonderfest on June 8th and 9th. I've got the Chicago trip. In May, I've got a few things going on, but no conventions. I think Starfest might be in May. I don't know if I can make it, honestly. Did you see the release date for Top Gun? Finally, May 27th. Yeah, we've known that for like 8 months now. And I love it. I've commented on it many times because it's a day before my birthday. My birthday's May 28th. The new trailer, Dr. Mbaga refers to the Enterprise as the flagship. Well, that's wrong. That's another fucking error they made then. That fucking annoys me to no end. There's no reason the Enterprise should be the flagship in this era. Trekyards says, yes, Strange New World trailers are throwing out lots of odd, that's really not canon vibe. Feels like they're moving far and away to tell a better story. Kit 10K throws in $5, and maybe the changes in the timeline cause Q to have a split personality. I'd buy that too. I'd buy that 100%. Since Seven is technically in a non-Borg body, I wonder what effects her subconscious has on her mannerisms. Mm. General Grievous, but it may be that the loophole is that she was the first person to explore the solar system, but it doesn't mean necessarily that she comes back. Could be, but they never said that she's the first person to explore the solar system. She says they said that she was one of the first to explore our solar system. Because you got to remember, we've already had Captain Christopher's kid or grandkid. Um, he did his mission to Saturn in 2020, I believe. Was it? I think it was 2020 is when Captain Christopher's mission to Saturn was. So, yeah, she's just part of a line of people that are exploring the galaxy. Yeah, the nurse trailer does feel like her at all. Felt too sassy. I have no problem with sassiness from such a beautiful young woman. I have yet to see the Mbaga trailer, and I haven't seen the Nurse Chapel trailer, but I would love to see a sassy Nurse Chapel. I like the soon daughter. I bet Brent Spiner is glad that he doesn't have to play his daughter too. Peter Lukaku, $10. Picard's losing his edge. Leaving Girardi with the Borg Queen was so stupid. Yes and no. Girardi's got it covered though. She's been pretty smart so far. Till the end of the episode, but hey. May 13th to 15th for Starfest. I don't know if I can afford that, Chuck. I don't know if I'll be able to make that because I'd have to get a flight and I'd have to arrange to stay at my buddy Cliff's place, and finances are a big deal. So finances have been tight since fucking summer of last year, really. They're starting to get a little bit better now, but anyway. Technically, Lon was a Soon daughter as well. She just didn't live long. She just didn't live long. Lol. She didn't live lol. I don't know. That was bad. Sorry. Richard Johnson, I truly appreciate that they kept the Gary 7 Vault and Portal almost exactly the same as TOS. Yep, I recognized the last episode, so that was good. The repeated cut back and forth at the beginning between John Luke and the Ancestor was a little annoying, but with the Brent Spiner scenes were great. I like the Nurse Chapel one. How do you feel about Soji's new role? I thought it was good. It was a good way to incorporate the actress for sure. And you just got to assume that the Soji, Daj, and Sutra, those models of androids were all like based on his great 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 granddaughter, or his great, I don't know, whatever, his great 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 ancestor. But I thought it was actually really good. I was a little surprised to see her, but happy to see her. So. Sean Jeffrey Christopher, first Saturn probe. Yes. Mark says Picard did say Renee discovered like an isotope or something on this mission. Yeah, she discovers something that she thought was sentient, so she got permission from the mission commander to bring it back to Earth. So how that plays in, I don't know. Could open up humanity's eyes, like holy shit, we're not alone out there. Let's be friendly. I don't know. Mission to Saturn by 2020. So optimistic back then. Well, this was the 60s. This was before they even went to the moon. The space race was on. The developments coming out like daily in the space race were insane. Projecting from that kind of growth, yeah, 2020, we should be fucking living on Mars. So, yeah, absolutely. Tajash Patel, I don't like that they're kind of sort of setting up Spock Chapel. I know they did a dance in TOS, but isn't that supposed to be right after Roger Kirby? Yeah, that's the other thing too. Borg Queen phoning the police. Never thought I'd see that. Video awesome. I do feel that the episode has many issues, but since it was so good, I am happily willing to ignore them. For example, the shotgun Girardi used was sitting on the shelf for 100 plus years. It would not work. I thought the same thing, my friend. That's like pre-World War II era shotgun at that point, because it was an older one. And I was like, does that have fucking shells in it? Like, I know there was a box on the mantle underneath, which could have been shells, so who knows? How'd you know how to load it? How'd you know how to use it? Grant McGregor, I might have missed But Agnes and the Board Queen give a lot of vibes of Crichton and Scorpius at the very end. If they go that route, I hope the Queen says, kill him and we'll have margaritas. I am Misi throws in $10. Oh, you guys are awesome tonight. Q did say it was his penance. Usually he would put Picard where he was needed. This time they are having to do all the work. Maybe it's just he just isn't helping at all. Stephen W. Fathery, hope I see you in Chicago, Captain. Starfleet Boy, Trek on YouTube, and I are having a meetup at the Arc Bar in Hyatt at 7:30 on Saturday, April 9th. I'll never fucking remember that. So if you want to message me directly and remind me, if I run into you on Saturday, by all means, if you see me, yell at me and come and say hi. But I wouldn't mind meeting up for that. Shannon says my laptop fan is screaming for no reason. Shut up. It's because I'm so hot, Shannon. The computer's on fire, projecting this manly, sexy image upon your screen. We'll go with that. We'll say that's the reason. Hunter PDX, I was expecting the Board Queen to go a little bit bigger, tapping into the transmission tower, not just call the constabulary. Yeah, the blood going down the Board Queen cleavage is so distracting. Renee discovers the proto-molecule. Expanse, much. Peter Lakako, $10. Thank you very much, Peter. So how does Soong even fit into the timeline? Did I miss something? Nope, he's Adam Soong. And I love his name's Adam Soong, like the first Soong that did something important, it seems like Adam and Eve kind of thing. But he fits, don't worry. Jonathan says Renee Picard should be the third generation of Picards living in England, so it seems a little strange for her to have the French flag on her uniform. I thought the same thing. I caught the French flag and I was like, why? Just because. Video awesome. The Q and Soong scenes were my favorite scene from Modern Trek so far. General Grievous, Shannon, LOL, either your computer is using more system resources that causes it to heat up faster or it's starting to go out. My computer's only 4 years old. Maybe I need to update to a new OS. Fleet Paw says, as long as the shotgun wasn't rained on or gross and the shells weren't damaged, it would still work. As long as it was cleaned properly before it was hung up. So, yes. Grant McGregor, yes, she needs a Hawaii shirt. Did anyone else notice that the fucking shirt she was wearing, the mission shirt with the Europa patch on it, did not look at all anything like a shirt that they would wear? It looked like she worked at Target. And she was going to work at Target, like she was going to be a cashier. I did not look at this code. It did not look like an actual mission shirt would. Shannon Murphy, but I have good news. I worked my ass off on my paper today and made considerable progress. If your professor says good in the document comment, that is a good thing for a 499 class. I feel better. I thought Renee died. No, she didn't die. I knew the first scene. I knew it was a simulator. Like, you just get that. You just tell. Close this friggin' window because I hear banging out there and people are being assholes and goddamn people. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. When the Board Queen caught the police officer with a testicle. Your words, not mine. My first thought was she was able to do this the whole time, and why does she even need the police officer at all? General Grievous, I do this for my work. The operating system isn't really going to affect whether your fan is running loudly. What surface is it on? Lack of circulation to the fan. Shannon Murphy, oh Foley, you flirt. Listen, Jericho, they said that Renee grew up in the south of France. If it takes place in 2024, I want to know who makes those drones with the sun shield on them. I would assume Soong made them. He's that much of a genius, perhaps, but... Soong's daughter is a clone, not his daughter. Notice how they got cagey when she asked him about her mom. Seriously, what the fuck? Yeah, I could buy that. I would absolutely buy that. Good tea, nice house throws in $5. So thank you. 7 of 9 is stressing Rafi about contaminating the timeline as she freed every single immigrant on that bus. That alone contaminates the timeline. Not necessarily. They were all meant to survive. They were all meant to be set free again. It's a predestination paradox. And you can take that to the bank. You can tell temporal investigations it's a predestination paradox. They don't like hearing that shit. But you know what? We know better. Shem says, I noticed the watcher said Renee Picard grew up in the south of France. I thought that was weird since she should be in the UK. Not necessarily. They moved to the UK after World War II. This is 2020 fucking four. This is 2024, man. Why? I still don't believe that they haven't gone back to the estate. I don't know why. I don't understand why not. But no, she could move. She's a big girl. She could have. Her parents could have moved to the south of France. Like, you're grasping at straws on that one, my friend. Cody Michaels. Yes, we commented on that shirt too. Kit 10K, I hear you about having computer issues. Oh, don't. It's fine. Nice to have gotten Leah Thompson and another Frakes episode. Yes. Tentacle, not testicle. I know what you meant, but I was just reading exactly what you said. You said testicle. Just saying. Freudian slip? I don't know. But Jonathan, sorry, I meant tentacle. But autocorrect hates me. Oh my god. General Grievous. That's the thing. Get off my lawn. Do you want to be eaten alive? Pleepow says, the funny part is I can see you standing on your porch yelling, hey, you kids, get off my lawn, in the grumpy old man voice. Can you see that? Really? I yelled at a cloud once. Sylvie made fun of me for it, but hey. Video awesome. Also, in a previous episode, the fireplace would not have worked if they did it. It would likely have burned the house down. They did say, no, actually that's wrong, because he did say there is a caretaker that maintains the place. Doesn't clean it, obviously, but he maintains it enough that if they want to move back, I'm sure it'd be easy enough for everything to work. So if you go back and listen when he's talking about it to Girardi when they're first exploring it, he does say there's a caretaker that comes by occasionally to maintain the place. So Trekyards, thanks for the poll results, guys. So many of you think I'm awesome. That's so swell. Oh my god. Fleetpaw, I often hate time travel. Do you though? I don't. 45% think Samuel's very awesome. 28% think he's swell. Wow. Really swell. 18% think he's awesome. And wow, he's amazing is only 5%. Okay. Shannon Murphy, you're Samuel. Give my kindest regards to Her Majesty the Queen. Yes. Swell, Samuel. Swell. That's from the 60s, my dude. Trek or not, the daughter of failed augment. Plus, she could have learned to swim using the drones as cover, effect's sakes. I thought the same thing. But hey. And at night. Yeah, no. But hey. This is Jericho. I thought the Aegis... Well... yeah, anyway, I thought the Aegis stuff was rather underwhelming. They didn't really play on it very much. Well, they're not called the Aegis in my mind until I hear it on screen. I'm going to be a stickler for that. I know the Species 8472 was always Species 8472 until STO made them the Undine. However, I've never once heard Gary Sevens people referred to as the Aegis, only by you guys. And I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't like it. It doesn't sound right to me. So I'm not going to acknowledge that. Shannon Murphy must be a Freudian slip, the testicle thing. Yeah. It's always bad when testicles slip. General Grievous, this is why you need to come to the good side. PC is your friend. Peter Lukaku, $10. I think this season will cover all of our current issues and make a change. Then the crew will be ready to go back to their own time. I hope so. Yes, please. Let's see. Cody Michaels, the last live stream where we're talking about how likable you are. And last live stream, we were talking about how likable you are. Were we? Yeah, I guess we were. Thank you, Cody. Jose Rios. A question. When did or does World War III happen in the Star Trek universe? Could this all have changed with what Q did and the divergent Picard mentions? Is all that changed now? No, World War III happens. Somebody refresh my memory on this. It ends in 2053, but it starts in like 2040, 2042, something like that. Refresh my memory. You guys have helped me out with that one before. Yeah, World War II is quite long and protracted, and ended in 2053. I remember that date. But it started not too far off from where they are. So, Kit 10K throws in $10. Thank you so much, Kit. How was the weather up by you, Cat? For me, it was great, especially since I took tonight off from work for an appointment for my new upcoming job tomorrow. The weather was pretty good here today. A little bit on the cool side, but no snow. It's all melted. It was fairly mild. It's not sitting outside weather or anything, but it's getting there. Fleet Pod says, I think World War III starts in the 2026 in universe. Samuel says, good night, all. Good night, Samuel. Mark says, maybe the Picard caretaker is an ancestor of Boothby. No. SC Scout guy.
I don't know that.
Nobody's talking to you. SC Scout guy, what was the thing on the chain that Renee grabbed when she was in the simulator? I don't know. It looked like a little black horn. It almost looked like the toe cap of a Klingon boot, but it looked like a little like plastic cheap out of a gumball machine thing. So I don't know what it is. Shannon says, I'm a royalist. What can I say? Darth Maul, World War III isn't that far off in reality. General Grievous, no, those are easily removed. Plus, no, I don't care. Video awesome, maybe, but there is a stretch in my opinion because they clearly don't use that house in that period. Shannon Murphy, I am species 5618 or 5168. I always get the middle two numbers mixed up and I'm too lazy to Google. Video awesome. Actually, you are correct because it didn't burn down and it did work. Darth Maul, testicle slip is more of a problem the more elderly you become. Picard knows this all too well. Turd Ferguson, one of my testicles is out of my the boxers. Enjoy the TMI. Is it sticking to your leg or is it not warm enough for that? That's one of the things I hate is when they stick to your leg, especially when you're trying to sleep. There's TMI for you. Good tea, nice house. I predict it will fall into the first attempt to change time, is why Agnes and the Borg Queen will create a temporal rift and signal for Picard on the Stargazer, creating a temporal loop. I don't think there'll be any temporal loops. It's an interdimensional rift, so I think they have to come from this. I don't know how it's going to work. Don't know if they go to the future and it's still not correct, so they have to. I don't know. I have a headache. That's my excuse. Joseph Barbato. No, last live we were talking about grammar. General Grievous, a Borg testicle. Why not? The Borg Queen's new ship looks like an assimilated crotch. Wow. Jonathan, what cure did that cure that Q gave them worked immediately? I thought they might have given it 30 minutes or so, but throws his doctor right out there immediately. Again, I thought the same thing. That's a little bit, you know. Hey, it's your daughter. You do what you got to do, but I thought it started in 2026. 2026 to 2053. Okay, I didn't think it was quite that long, but hey, there you go. That's why I said 2040 something, because I was hoping it wouldn't be that long, but hey, we're humans. We're going to fuck it up and make it be all bullshit, so. Hey, Donnie. Peter Lukaku, $10. Love IGN's coverage of Resurgence. It's the game we've been waiting for. 50 chapters of new Trek in one game. I haven't seen any of IGN's coverage of it. I need to check it out. I can't wait to play it for you guys. Listen, Jericho, didn't they say that Corey soon spelt it wrong? It's Kore, according to the subtitles. Um, had to be in a sterile environment. Yes, that could explain why no swimming, even at night. Listen, Jericho. Oh, read that one, sorry. Colin Barrett, damn sentient Alexas. Didn't set it off. Morgan HD, I get that this is a different timeline, but seriously, why is the Borg Queen a squid? Because she's a different alien race. She's got different, like, she's got like markings on her. She's a different alien race than the Borg Queen we're familiar with. Grant McGregor, I think the only part that were written well in the episode was when the Borg Queen was trying to get Agnes's attention, like a cat that caught a mouse and wanted to show the prize. Yeah. Listen, Jericho, seems unlikely that Renee would be allowed to go into space if she even had a subtle hint that she was depressed. I said the exact same thing to Samuel. I said the exact same thing to Sylvia. There's no way anybody with anxiety and depression that gets that flustered and be like, why is everything... It's like, no, you wouldn't have made it this far in the space program, my dear. You would have been out on your ass way long ago. You have to be calm and collected in those situations. Even if you're panicking, you need to keep that under wraps. No emotion. Just do the procedures. So yeah, I said the same thing multiple times. Joseph Cole, what is your theory on Laris? There is dialogue between Raffi and Picard, but told us nothing much. Is it Laris, or perhaps because of COVID did they elect to keep the cast smaller? Well, if that's the reason, that's incredibly stupid. So no, that better not be the reason. I don't know what the situation is with Laris. She still has a Romulan interface control panel. She still has a Romulan interface display. So I don't know. That's one of the things that has me confused. So Shannon says, with all the squid stuff, this can go south very quickly. Well, we've already talked about testicles and now squids. So, and he meant to say tentacle instead of testicle. So, right there, we've just got a recipe for fucking disaster. Daniel Vance, now that Girardi is well on her way to becoming the new queen, I'm watching for her to use Elnor's parts. Oh my god. Yes, sticky bedtime testicles are annoying. They are. Trekyards, Borg Queen first episode is Soon's daughter, hence the mask to protect her due to her genetic defect. Also, what was with the intelligent life form the astronauts discovered? Don't know. We will find out. Cody Michaels, I like those boxers that cup your junk and keep everything together, you know, since we're sharing. Yeah, those are usually the best. Yes, I prefer briefs generally, if you really want to get into it, but, you know. For the first time, I'm genuinely excited to see how this season ends. Yes. Fleetpaw throws in $2. Time travel causing headaches since time began. But when did time begin? The future is the past. The past is the future. Libby says, happy Transgender Day of Remembrance to all my transgender brothers and sisters out there. Didn't know that's what it was, but cool. JL Young, I thought the Borg dispensed with the testicles in pursuit of perfection. I mean, what? Talonhawk, they did go through the effort to making a morgue slab set to show Elnor being put on ice. Just might be he comes back as a literal Borg zombie. I don't think he'll be coming back as a Borg zombie. Like I said, I think they're going to be standing there talking, and you're going to hear bang, 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 bang. Turns out he was just put himself in a severely deep meditation, as we've seen Vulcans do before to heal themselves. He was pretty badly wounded. I know he's a Romulan, so don't fucking jump on me. I know I said Vulcan, but they're fucking same. So I think he might have, since he was trained by the Kawat Malat, like the nuns, I think he might have put himself in some kind of meditative state. So who knows? Maybe he'll wake up at some point. Sometimes cleavage isn't enough to cover for shitty acting. When cleavage is on screen, I'm pretty much like, that's good. What happened? Oh, yeah. Pretty awesome. Do we know for certain that there are 10 episodes in this season? Yes. Trek or not, I heard the Borg Queen fried up goes well with nice Chianti. Ruben Loza. So far, most of the episodes have been a lot of talking, and sometimes happens right at the end. Then at the start of the next episode, there is a bit fast, but it's been working for me so far. Yes, me too. One thing I'm really sick of, very sick of, with Picard and Discovery, previously on Discovery. I don't fucking care. I've been paying attention. I've been watching them. Shut the fuck up. Previously on Picard. I know, especially me. I've fucking watched it like 4 times by now and reviewed it and talked about it for fucking all week. I know what happened. I hate that so much. I know it's serialized storytelling, but goddamn, I wish they would stop that. Just start the fucking episode. Have the option to skip that at least. I don't know if they have the option to skip it on Paramount Plus, but it's really fucking irritating. Kit 10K throws in $10. It'd be kind of cool if they end up getting the help from someone in 2024 and they end up telling them that they're from the future and it turned out to be Boothby's ancestor, much to Picard's joy. It could be Boothby himself, he's fucking old enough. Maybe that kid that gets the mind meld in the forest that we saw in the trailers, that's Boothby. The Picard writers need to watch For All Mankind to get their space facts correct. It's a great show, yes. Premier Miller, $5. Thank you so much for the super chat. Picard family might have went broke due to the war and still can't afford to restore the building, but have enough to at least keep the grass cut. I'd buy that as well, yes. It was infested by those dirty Nazis. They made it a command headquarters, so it's, yeah, for sure. I like that thinking. How many ancestors of data am I supposed to care about? This is getting kind of ridiculous. Trek or not, could this be the Laris before the Laris that Picard eventually meets? Don't know. NASA had a female astronaut. She put on a diaper and traveled from Texas to Florida to kill her lover, another NASA astronaut. So you can have unstable people in the space program. It's true. Darth Maul, I wonder if this Laris is from the future Confederation timeline and she really didn't die with Chabon. No. Trek or not, we don't know if she is a time traveler or not, though. No, we don't know. Don't know anything about her. Just that her name is Talon now. Taill-En? I believe so. In defense of Renee Picard, astronaut requirements may have been reduced because of increased automation of rockets. If William Shatner could go up in space, I'm sure Renee could. She's not going up in space. She's going from Earth to fucking Jupiter. You need to be mentally sound to be in space in a fucking tin capsule that fucking long. It's not like going into orbit or low orbit and then coming right back down. Fleet Power, we got somebody to take care of. So yeah, I don't buy that for a second. Video awesome. This is Jericho. Why didn't the Queen assimilate the police officer? Because she was waiting for Girardi. She was probably going to and then just didn't. Although poor police officer waking up in his car with no spleen. What? I'll become a urban legend real quick. Fart Muffin. Elnor is in the trailer before this show even started, standing on a dumb ship with his dumb sword in front of Raffi and Seven. Okay. Mr. Captain 93, this wasn't a bad episode. Definitely a setup, hopefully, for a more action-filled episode. Jonathan says it was good that they wrote Picard's reference to Gary 7 right away because there are people who would not have caught that. I expect it will be a top search memory alpha today. I will check. Please check. I'm interested too. Elnor's brain is in the necklace. Ooh. Heck yeah, even board cleavage. Yep. Peter Lukaku, $10. At this point, that they will return to their current timeline is a cliffhanger. It's not, though. They'll return to their current timeline. Of course they will. Plus, we've already seen some sneak peeks of season three. They're back aboard the Stargazer, so. MC, there were some good elements in this episode, but I really wish the universe-changing issue wasn't focused on emotional states like Discovery has done in the past 2 seasons. Scarpad Comic Treks, my interest is waning. This is such a derivative mess. Okay. Disagree. Stephen Fathery, we have skipped recap and skip info options on Paramount Plus. Cool. Matt Boardman is species 8675309. 8675309. 8675309. You didn't think I'd catch that, but I got it. Scarpad's Comic Treks, the Soon's genetic pool was strong. The Trek Reviewer, have you seen the Chancellor-based teaser trailers on the Strange New Worlds yet? They are, even have ones for Uhura. Yes, I've seen most of them. I haven't seen all of them yet. We're going to be doing, we've already talked about the Uhura one. We're going to do the rest on Monday live. Video awesome. When will season 3 start? Will the episodes continue to release weekly at the end of season 2? No option to skip recap on Paramount Plus. So some people have the option, some people don't. That's interesting. And no, you're probably gonna get them the same time next year, probably starting in like March. So previously on Testicle and Cleavage. And now the conclusion. I'm more sick of the member berries more. It's pissing me off and it's not easy to do. And now the thesis statement. To this day, I was here previously on in Kiefer Sutherland's voice from 24. The Trek Reviewer, in Dr. Mbenga one, he states that he is CMO of the flagship of the Federation and that he has the rank of commander, which seems to imply demoted before TOS. Could be. Mr. Captain 93, the Singh family really likes to keep their looks throughout generations. I mean the Soong family, but yes. Kit 10K throws in $10, so thank you very much, Kit. Much appreciated. Almost done with the name and registration of the KT USS Foley. Just want to know, do you want the name under the saucer like the KY Enterprise A or just the registration? What the hell is the KY Enterprise A? You'll need to send me pictures, Kit, so I can see what I like. Maybe Lyris has human ancestry. That seems kind of stupid, but I won't knock it until the story plays out. General Grievous says, "Oh my! I just realized how pissed off Boothby must have been when the green ruined his gardens in Starfleet HQ. I imagine he melted the Breen ice planet. Oh, the Breen, not the green. Okay, good. Trekyards. I always got the vibe that Boothby was another Elorian, so long lived and wise. Possibly. Was the flashback Picard had when he got to the New Lyris apartment just to remind us who she was, or did it have a plot purpose? I think it was just to remind the stupid audience who she was. So, okay, fair point about the additional medical requirements of long-term space travel. Pew pew pew, fire phasers, Fleet Pew. Put in that hypothesis. You thought B was Q, me was Mitra Lane all along. You thought B was Q, me was me Trelane all along. Okay. Talonhawk says she's probably stable enough to make it to Jupiter, but might lose her shit at Uranus. You'll see. I still see myself out now. Oh my god. Richard Johnson, I'm still sticking with my theory that most of the Soongs are mostly clones, only now coming from this guy instead of Eric. Spiner's line about being asked to clone fucking cats was hilarious, by the way. Grant McGregor says, meant I not be, my brain is getting screwy right now. Trek or not, this Q seems like the Confederate future Q destroyer of worlds. Kit 10K, the spammer who got dumped by his boyfriend, is back, but and his was block raged again. Good work, moderators. General Grievous, the board queen been getting careless whispers, trying to set the mood to assimilate Girardi. Ooh. There have been some astronauts going off in space. The semi-mutiny on Skylab, the Russians with 2 cosmonauts who refused to talk to each other while they orbited in a capsule. Yeah, it'll happen, but... Donnie says, I myself thought that Brent Spiner did a great job portraying Adam Soon. Kudos to him and Leah Thompson, who made her Star Trek acting debut after directing the previous 2 episodes of Picard. The temporal agents will bring them back. Fart Muffin, new Star Trek, always a universe-ending, universe-altering, awful bad. The stakes are meh. Girardi or Tilly? Tilly. There's no competition. The board queen did not assimilate the cop because she wanted Jesse's girl. Spam bot eliminated. What is up with these mentally ill spammers? Get a life, deadbeat. No, yeah. Ooh, and kudos to Jonathan, too. Takes Frakes for directing Fly Me to the Moon as well. Christian Montgomery. Renee is only in that mental state because Q-Snap had failed and has been sowing doubt. Remember, he was reading a newspaper 3 months prior. It's true. Fleetpaw, I think you owe me some BK now, Matt. Girardi greater than Tilly. Teach their own. So a loaded gun has just been sitting here for 70 plus years and it still works. Sure. No one said it's loaded. There was a box underneath it on the mantle, which is probably the shells. So if she knows how to use a gun, she could have loaded it herself. But, yeah. Colin Barrett, the Soons are becoming like an all Brent Spiner Von Trapp family. The KY Enterprise A sounds like a slick design. Sounds like a fucking sex lubricant, is what it sounds like. Elnor the elf transferred his mind to Raffi. Why she keeps seeing him. Ooh, I like that. Agnes is well versed in all forms of murder. She is. I see Scout Guy. It seems like they are trying to save money this season, shooting in present day and reusing series regulars for other roles so they don't have to pay other actors. No, that's not what they're fucking doing. That's not why Lyris is the Watcher. There's going to be a reason. There's going to be an explanation for it. If there's not, I'll be pissed because there's no way you should be using one of your main actors in that fashion. So, bullshit to that. I say no. Kit 10K throws in $5. Damn autocorrect. That was supposed to say FT Enterprise for Kelvin Timeline Enterprise A, but I'll send you some shots of it. Yes, please do. And thank you for the super chat. Can't wait until they rename Uranus to stop those jokes. Well, they did. It's called Uranus. It's not actually called Uranus. It's Uranus. Just say it properly and you'll be fine. I'm 6'3", so I guess I could be legalist. Okay. Betty Wassam says, you said you would address the mental health aspect of this episode at the beginning of the stream. What are your thoughts on it? It's already been talked about. People have brought it up. There's no way that she would have made it that far in the space program. There's no way. With depression and anxiety and why is everything sticking today? Like, to have that little mini freak out panic attack in a simulator because you fucked up, you wouldn't be cleared to do the mission. It's that fucking simple. So that's what I was talking about at the beginning, but somebody already brought it up and we talked about it. So I did address it, but there you go again. Mark Henson, the first clone cat was likely Spot as well. Broken Speaker said, just finished it. Meh, I was hoping for a bit more. Also, I don't think this is the real Q either. Tristan says, yeah, a clone of Spot, the worst actor Brent Spiner had to work with ever. Mark says, what is with the person spamming tonight? It's not just tonight, it's every live. They just didn't get enough hugs as a kid. So, Jonathan, Gary 7 is surprisingly not trending on Memory Alpha, but Alorian, Guinan, Laris Q, and the Borg Queen are. Wow. Bryce Burchett. I'm a real life NASA. In real life, NASA would never send someone that obviously mentally imbalanced into space, especially as a pilot. Yes, especially on a long-term mission. Peter Lukaku, $10. All I wanted from Q is to play the trumpet in Picard's face again. Still holding out hope. Hey, mon capitaine. Brent did a great job. It's good to see him in a role where he can actually act. Exactly. George says, I wish they had gotten James Doohan to play the real Vic Fontaine, and I wish they'd gotten James Darren to play a real Vic Fontaine to sing Fly Me to the Moon at the party. That would have been great, Pally. Well, Vic Fontaine never existed, though, in real life, so. Cody Michaels, Agnes is dangerous. That makes her hotter. Duh. Sure, if you're into that. She's a little bit too unstable for me. So, Ruben, I would imagine Q has gone through a lot of timeline splits, though. I mean, we know of like what, a dozen and a half. Yeah, but this is the only one where it's actually changed the. Did you not watch our live talking about why Time Zero never happened? Because is it David Mack or David Ward? One of the Star Trek authors who works on the show explained it in a blog post, and it's because when the ship exploded inside the interphasal rift, it actually deleted the entire prime timeline and created the Confederation one. So this is actually a serious timeline event. It's not just a branch off. It's not just a what if. It's a literal, like, that shit never happened. So. I like Stacy's mom better than Jesse's girl and my best friend's girlfriend put together. France banned all guns. No way they shotgun stays. Matt Boardman, he's lucky he didn't end up in a tub of ice in a back alley. I didn't see anything at all wrong with the shotgun. I didn't either. But people are going to bitch and complain and moan about all that shit, so let them. Colin Barrett, from Murder Queen to Borg Queen, Girardi really is just a jinx. The life Renee will find it is very first Q. It's all a Q origin story. It's why Q can't snap on Renee. She is their beginning and she can't touch his race history. Look at everyone in Star Trek freaking out at one time or another on the bridge. Let's see. Finding ammo would be the worst. There's a box underneath it on the mantle, a little box, which is good, big enough for some shells. Does the KY Enterprise come with batteries? It's ribbed for her pleasure? Possibly. Darth Maul, will we get a cheeky feckers in these upcoming episodes? Probably not. Girardi is a bona fide cray-cray, so the butt sex must be hot. Yes. I'm not going to say anything else about that. I feel like I want to say something, but I'll just get in trouble. So, Jonathan, if it is revealed that the original Dr. Soon started a cloning process of himself, it would be amazing. Imagine the family getting together with all the clone family. War God 6, it'd be funny Q mentioned Cisco. Why do you bother me so much, Q? You're so done, Cisco. Hit me. Broken Speaker, Agnes has big yayas, and that makes her dangerous. Ha 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 ha. The red dress was not bad. Still, no Lita or Alexander's mom, though. She doesn't have big tatas, though. That's just a push-up dress. It's just pushing up the cleavage. But it looked fucking fantastic. I have no issues with it. But, yeah, even small ones can look good like that. But, you know, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to move on. Video Austin, since someone was clearly at the chateau to maintain the fireplace, someone would have certainly have seen the weapon because the gun is illegal in France and it would decommission or destroyed. You say so. David Smith, since the very beginning, Q's has been almost providing a dream redemption of sorts for each of the characters. Raffi more motherly, Seven more sexy human, and whatever guilt Girardi has, very dreamlike. That's a very interesting point, David. I never thought about that. Mark says, have a good evening, everyone. You too, Mark. George, will Agnes get her own spin-off? Only murderers on the Arena. Mr. Captain 93, Bitword, how a species like Laris, the Watcher, and still their knowledge has never heard of Q. But she said like 2 or 3 times she wasn't briefed on everything. Her one job is to make sure Renee Picard's okay. She doesn't know the whole story. She doesn't know the complete tapestry, what the fuck's going on. But yes, I still find it weird, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate with that one. So, there you go. Will Agnes get her own spin-off? Only murders on the... Sorry. NZ Fade. It's great that women are allowed to look like women. She looked great in the red dress. No safe spaces or tears. She's a hunter, not the hunted. Grant McGregor, there's a slice of life anime called Space Brothers. It's a realistic future depiction of 2 brothers journeying through NASA and JAXA. Any outbursts or anxiety that gets mentioned is not waved away. Turd Ferguson, it has been my life experience that money talks and bullshit walks. They Picards seem to be flush, so shotgun in a French vineyard manor house, yes, believable. I don't have a problem with it. I don't understand why. It wouldn't work. It shouldn't be there. It's illegal. Whatever. It's a privately owned estate. So if the caretaker going in is hired by you or is one of your family, yeah, they're not going to be like, this gun is illegal, okay? We're going to take that off of that there fireplace. And the cop didn't see it, so who cares? Who cares? If that's your sticky point on the whole show, you're just looking for reasons to not like it at that point. When I first saw it, I was like, huh. It's been there for like 100 years. I wonder how well that's going to work. It worked fine. I didn't think she'd actually have to fire it, to be honest, but hey. Do you think this season ends up in a courtroom? No. Girardi spinoff, Murder She Typed. Stars Angela Lansbury as the Angel of Death. Quick, type some stuff before he catches up. Talonhawk, this season is actually the origin story of the Tribbles. That's what Renee finds on Jupiter. They eat all Earth's food, leading to World War III and extreme xenophobia. NZ Fate, are we dealing with Q or an alternate Q, or someone pretending to be Q? Maybe both, maybe all the above, or a split personality Q, or 2 Qs, like mirror version of them. The shotgun is the caretakers, yes, to take care of anybody that's in the estate, perhaps. Who knows? Farmers can own shotguns to fend off wild animals attacking their crops and cattle, etc. But not in France. Don't you know? Totally on board with the tribal origin theory. The bees are disappearing. They are. Sad. I had a moment and realized that when Picard told Guinan his name, she knew that the Watcher were assigned to Renee Picard, which is perhaps what took him straight there. Yes, I thought the same thing. I didn't get a sense of recognition from the name. A lot of people said this because she recognized the name or whatever. I thought it didn't come off that way to me. It came off as Picard. That's important because of this space mission that's coming up, and the Watcher is here, and all she talks about is fucking Picard, bitch. So yeah, the name's important. And that's why Guinan says you want to listen to what he has to say. He's related to the person you're watching. So that's kind of the thought that I got too. But I totally thought Girardi wasn't going to have a face after a shotgun. The shotgun on the mantle is something Doomdick would nitpick about. Fun fact, ammunition is not perishable if stored correctly. It can last almost forever. Yeah, it's not in the rain. It's not, it's sitting inside on a mantle. So, who knows? Kit 10K throws in $5. The new Star Trek spin-off, Star Trek Murder, She Wrote, the Girardi Files. I approve. The shotgun belongs to the holographic Da Vinci from Lower Decks. The particle Renee finds is the Q. Since they are non-linear, they do not have to be born first. Broken speaker. There are guns in France, especially antique ones. They just can't be carried and you can't buy new ones. Also, 100-plus-year-old shotguns are very common and typically work unless bad rusted hammer spring. That's the thing, antique guns you're allowed to have still, so... Kevin Tipcorn, Girardi's spin-off, where she is flung through a wormhole and ends up living on a ship with the Borg Queen clone in her head, trying to unlock secrets. George says, this is the Star Trek timeline, not our timeline. Maybe every Frenchman is required to have a gun. Picard had phasers stashed around his office at home. Bingo. Not our timeline, exactly. It's the past of Star Trek. It's the present of Star Trek, not the present that we're in, us, you and me, watching it. SC Scout Guy, Stuart, you are correct. I just did a screenshot and zoomed in on the mantle, and there is a box of Western Field brand 12-gauge shotgun shells underneath the shotgun. Yep. Peter Lakako, $10. I didn't know tricorders had the capacity to send shock waves. Is that a 5G thing? That's funny. I think it was a shockwave. I think it was an EMP pulse. NZ Fade, in episode 1, when the Borg ship is revealed, it wasn't a cube. Do you think that when the ship comes all the way out of the portal, it's going to be the shape of a giant green cat? No, that's just no. But Daniel Picard, it may have worked if it was loaded. It may have worked even if it was loaded all these years. Possibly. Trek or not, Girardi and Lex should so get together. They would make a good pair of eliminators for hire. It's not even the president of Star Trek. It's the president of the Confederacy timeline. Not yet. Not until April 15th. They're still on April 12th. So I would say not yet. Video awesome. Regardless of the gun aspect, makes sense. I love the episode. Interesting how the cure Q gave Adam was shaped like a bullet. Girardi likes cats. Well, that's another reason not to like her. David Smith, impressed with the drone sunscreen we will have soon? I don't know. Jonathan, shotguns for hunting are actually legal in France, but they just have to have a capacity of 11 rounds or less and be lengthened to over 60 centimeters or more. I think that one qualified for all of those. It looked shorter on the mantle than it did when she was holding it, but she's pretty tiny, so... And it was definitely didn't have the capacity. It was a double-barreled shotgun. You had 2 shells. Squadron Course, Mr. Captain, maybe it is... Mr. Captain 93, maybe it is likely literally a magic bullet. Turd Ferguson, what is up with your L cards? I don't know, what's up with it? Looks fine to me. Guys, can you please stop talking about the damn shotgun? Broken speaker, okay. Long one here. So already so many things that would have happened in canon. Canon spelled wrong. Canon only has one N in the context you're using, and it's not a weapon. Have not. Easiest one, use no con. Con is spelled wrong too. It's Khan. Sorry, broken speaker. Who led a country botany bay, etc. Lazy writing or corrupt timeline. Things be different. Things aren't different. The easiest one, no Khan. Yeah, Khan was exiled in 1996. It was a top secret military organization. They ended the eugenics wars, which happened in the Middle East, which were kept secret from the general populace. And he was launched in 1996. In Voyager, when they go back to 1996, Sarah Silverman has a picture of the launch vehicle, which is the Botany Bay, with all the booster rockets on it launching. She also has a model of it. She was well into space stuff. She would have known about at least the technology, but the actual launch of Khan and his Supermen into space happened in 1996. So that's not a canon issue. So disagree with you on all counts. M Star K-Cap, just joining now. What do you think of this one? I thought it was a mixed bag. Lots of interesting stuff with Q, though. I enjoyed it, and yes, I did think it was a mixed bag. Like I said, it very quickly turned into Ocean's 11 and or Mission Impossible at the end, but hey. I think we've talked about the shotgun enough for now. It's technically a real-life thing we don't talk about here. She's having the Batman Joker hallucination at the end of the episode. Girardi has amazing aim with the wide spread of a shotgun. It's not all that Girardi's got that's amazing. Technically, a shotgun was shotgun. No, don't give a shit. Also, this stuff about the eugenics being secret. Didn't millions die? Yes. It's the Middle East. Millions die all the time in wars over there. You hear about wars over there all the time and the military sending people, but you don't necessarily know everything that's going on. And if the government wants to cover it up, yes. Okay, they did it. They covered it up. There was lots of little petty wars going on over there all the time. Maybe petty wasn't the right word usage there. But yes, millions died. A lot more died in World War III, which hasn't happened yet. So, sorry, my screen is messed up and typing is bad for me right now. No problem. Joseph Cole, I'm sure glad David Mack helped us out with the timeline. I just wish we didn't have to get it from a third party. When it fleshed out a plot hole, it's dark one chalkboard style. Yeah. Maybe they'll explain it a little bit in the show. I kind of doubt it, though. I think that was damage control, having him like explain it. But so in this context, is someone that always correcting other typos considered a grammar confederation? Confederate? Yes. Turd Ferguson, $2. Let us drink to Girardi's butthole. I'll drink to her cleavage. Ooh, I'm back. That did work. All right. I can continue the stream, apparently. But now everybody's left, so we'll probably just... Turd, stop about the butthole thing. That's getting a little bit old really quick. So anyway, I'm back. Matt's still here. Matt, can you let Fleet Paw and everybody know that it's still I'm back up here? So anyway, what the fuck were you guys talking about? Where is it? I don't know. I was reading something. I'm just gonna start here again. And we're back. Start a new stream, and I will be posting paragraphs from Picard Q /fiction. Okay, 117 likes. It kept everything. That's awesome. Okay, maybe YouTube's smarting the fuck up with their app. When the app dies, you can still go back into it, which is great. 117 likes. Let's try to get up to 150. Hit that like button if you haven't already. So. We are back, yes. Fleetpaw, $2. I never left. Would have gone down with the ship. Well, thank you, Fleetpaw. Yeah, if that ever happens, I'll message you guys in the group messenger chat to let you know what to do if I can't get back on here. So, start with a drink. Oh, I'm almost out of my drink, and I don't want to get another one, so. I got a little bit left, but... When is Lower Decks back? I think in September. Please do a bridge crew this weekend. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Me too. I go down with the ship. Thank God I have done my duty. Yes, Shannon. Thank you very much for your service. So what is the beverage of choice this evening? Well, it's ginger ale with some Sexton single malt whiskey. And it was really good. But alas, I am out. I really need some. Sorry, guys. If you don't approve, I don't care. Yes, Joseph, I can't wait to play Resurgence. I'm going to love streaming that for you guys. Alorian Transphasic Vodka. I'm about to pour me some screwball whiskey, says Mark. Well, there you go. No slash fanfics. She's back. Kit 10K throws in $10. That would have been the perfect time to have ended the live when you were drinking to Girardi's woo-ha's. Something I would do for sure, but that is it for my beverage this evening. Mixing single malt whiskey? That seems wrong. It does, but it's kind of all I have right now. So I could have drank it straight, but then it would have been like $25 a super chat. So Girardi isn't hot, but her boobs were. She's an acquired taste. I agree with. I wouldn't say she's not hot. She's cute. There's different stages. There's cute. There's sultry. There's sexy. There's hot. There's beautiful. There's classic. There's sultry. Like there's so many different. But yeah, she's cute, I would say. I've done my duty for Queen and Country. Yeah, I've got nothing. I can't do Q Picard, maybe Girardi, and I don't know, the security hologram. Oh, he's awesome. Matt Boardman, guys, let's move on from Girardi's body comments. Yes, please do. Fleet Paw, oh, that explains the chains around my ankles, Grievous. I don't even want to know at this point. Oh no, with the blown smoke, Cap's face is as dark as the shots of the new ship. Sungs are clones? You mean the Soongs? No, I don't necessarily believe so, but a lot of people speculate that, so sure. Ooh, fanfics. Q put on his robe and a wizard hat. DS9 did an Ocean's 11 scene of our man Bashir years before Ocean's 11. Yeah. Have you reviewed the Eagle Moss XL Stargazer? No, I've got to get it first. I haven't got that one. Will Fleet Yards be covering the Kenobi series? Not officially, but I will be doing first reaction videos to it here like I did with the Book of Boba Fett. And I do with the Mandalorian, so. The stages of hotness sound like an amazing Trekyards episode. That'd be a Captain Foley live, late night live. Frank directed this episode, and the director that directed the last two was in this episode. The lady who's from Back to the Future. Yes, Leah Thompson. I swear, Captain, this isn't what it looks like. Right. I believe you. Thousands wouldn't, but I will. It's fine. I liked how when the Borg Queen tried to fake a voice, it didn't work with the computer. Meanwhile, I remember Data using his voice to take over the Enterprise D. That's because nobody had access except for Rios, because it's a Confederation ship. Why would Admiral Picard have access to his ship? Why would Girardi have access to his ship? I love the way she went through it, though. Went Girardi first, because Girardi was left on board the ship and should have been given the access codes for that kind of stuff. Picard is the next obvious choice. He's an admiral. But no, I like the way that played out. It wasn't she got the voice wrong. It was just that they didn't have the access. You missed Grievous' super chat. That would explain the chains around the ankle. You have no choice, Fleet Pod. I change you to the ship. Okay. From all the characters' trailers for Stranger World, I get the feeling that we may see some nice shots and ship shots and flybys. Yes. Too bad it doesn't look like the TOS Enterprise. But yes, I'm still excited to see them. The original Eagle Moss Picard Stargazer is actually way too thin. That being said, oddly, I prefer it to the actual Stargazer. Why or how does Data's ancestors have drones with solar shields? He's a fucking scientist. He built them. I wish people would drop that as well. This is not our present day. This is not going to be us in 2024. This is Star Trek in 2024. This is not our... Who cares about the fucking drones, guys? Relax. Fuck. What is your favorite character in Picard at this point? For season 2? Oof. My favorite character is still going to be Rios. I really like Rios. Talon Hawk, I only have 2 stages of hotness at the moment. Not bad and out of my league. Somehow I managed a wife on the 2nd category. Well, that's good, man. Congratulations. What time are they trying to portray sounds? What time are they trying to portray sounds like after World War III, but before the new eugenics wars? Well, eugenics wars ended in 1996, so that's almost like 2 decades prior to where they are now. And there's like 2 years away from World War III starting. You will not pass. I've done my duty for Queen and Country. Urs says it could be that the Romulan also got picked to be watchers, and maybe, just maybe, after she got retired as a watcher, it was Picard's time. No, don't buy that for a second. Because you got to think the watchers, Gary Seven's people, were abducted from Earth 600 years ago. And then those Earth agents who were trained and whatever were put back on Earth. Sure, they maybe grabbed some Romulans 6,000 years ago to put on Romulus. But anyway, why would they put a Romulan on Earth? That just makes no fucking sense. The Borg Queen proved yet again why voice command codes need a biometric scan combined. Yes. What about seeing a young Zephyr Cochrane as an intern at NASA or something? Would that work with his age? No. You can see him as a kid, but... I am cruising for Eagle Moss ship as a Nog. Hope I don't like it. It's meh. Very, very meh. I think Picard's flashbacks are of the Confederation timeline. Spock. It appears that we are in orbit of a large turtle, and there are 4 elephants. Guessing we will not be expecting the Bell riots. No, they happened in September of 2024. We are in April of 2024, so we're months away. Asking why there are drones in 2024 is like asking how a DeLorean could travel through time to 1985. It's called science fiction, people. Yeah. Okay, got that backwards. Thanks. No problem, Solaris. Jonathan, Data took over the Enterprise by pretending to be Picard, but he knew Picard's command code. Maybe the Confederation is not as focused on security measures as the Federation. Wouldn't be surprised. Mina says, good answer for shield drone question. Can be stolen tech from 29th century from Voyager 1986. Turns out. Could be. Could be a ChronoWorks thing that they were developing. General Grievous, a shame if the Romulans were watchers and didn't see Hobus coming. How old was Zephyr Cochrane be in 2024? I don't know. I don't know. That's something somebody that can do math can figure out, because I don't even know his age. Or somebody in the chat will look that up and figure it out for us. Colonel Green is a little kid, most likely. NZ Fade. Foley said it was because the Queen had the right voices, but the voices didn't have access. I didn't think about that in the episode. I just thought the computer had gotten smarter. No. Well, Colonel Green is a teenager, maybe. I think he would have been, maybe not a teenager yet, but probably around 10 or 11 for Colonel Green, I would imagine. Cochrane would be in his early to mid-20s in 2024. Well, there you go. We could see a young Zephyr at the launch of the Europa mission, like his parents took him, or he's on a school trip. Hell yeah, that'd be great. Memory Alpha said he was born in... He says... Oh my god. Memory Alpha says born 2030s. Not born yet, apparently. Broken speaker. Ha ha ha. I want Doc and Marty to flash into a scene, look around and say, oh man, we screwed up big. Okay, yeah, we gotta go back and kill Biff again. Then flash away. Tristan, it's the Colonel Green and Zephyr Cochrane show. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Chemical Warfare Challenge. Hold on, I gotta check something. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to check something there. Imagine calling for pizza and getting the board queen on the phone. Chris says, drones being ChronoWorks designs make sense. They wiped his database, but what company doesn't have off-site backups? So the Dr. Borg pregnant now. At the end of the next episode, she'll pop out the new Borg queen baby. No, that's not what's gonna happen. Wow, guys, what the hell? 126 likes. Can we get some more likes? Can we get up to 150? It would be awesome. Another $25 in super chats would be amazing. If possible, I'm beginning to feel like I'm closing out here. In conclusion, I like this episode quite a bit. It's fun pace. Definitely, like I said, had that Mission Impossible vibe, or even Ocean's 11 at the end, where they're explaining the security as you're seeing the security. I like that. And even the music there felt very much reminiscent of that. The Soon stuff was interesting. Seeing Soji, who's now Corey. Also cool. Still might need some explanation. Is she a failed augment? Is she a clone? Lots of potential there for a lot of cool storytelling. The cues, it seems like there's more than one cue. The Laris thing is really confusing, though. I really hate that. I hope they just didn't reuse an actress, because that's just fucking stupid to use one of your main actors as like a different character. Well, Zephyr Cochrane's birthday was never clear. TOS implied it was 2030, but Enterprise implies otherwise, except for Inamir Darkly, which said 2030. First Contact made it seem otherwise. How many episodes left? I'm really worried that we're going to spend the whole season in 2024. There are 5 episodes left, Mina. NZ Fade, they could go down the Alien movie. Borg Queen comes out through her stomach. What's that you are playing, and is it available for everyone? It is my Elcar's playlist, and that's actually marked private. It's a private playlist, so no, it's not available to everyone. Sorry. I thought it was, but it wasn't. It's not, apparently. I should maybe make it available. But so how did Q get the cure made so fast if he's lost all his powers? I know. I raised the same concern when we did our review, our edited review that you'll see tomorrow. Seems weird to me, for sure. So I don't know. Daniel says, I think if Renee goes on the mission, it's bad. No, it's not, though. That's the thing. She's not supposed to go on, or she is supposed to go on the mission, because in the first episode where he's giving his speech to the Starfleet recruits, he says that my ancestor, Rene Picard, was one of the first to explore the solar system. So it kind of has to happen for that timeline to play out. Did the eugenics wars take a rain check? Nope, they happened already. They ended in 1996. Dragon photography. When Q lost his powers in TNG, he still had all his knowledge and was basically a super genius. Yeah, but he didn't know how to eat. The irony. Yeah. Peter Lukaku, $10. Sniping this live. Oof. Thank you, Peter. Much appreciated. He hasn't lost all his powers. He's lost some of his powers. Tristan Mendoza, they used Laris's character because it was like the Wizard of Oz. Picard is having a dream where real life people are different characters in the dream. That's interesting. Broken speaker, as when Q lost his powers before, he still retains the knowledge. He already knows who can do it and what might motivate them. Video awesome. Even if Q lost his powers, he would still have his super intelligence. Message retracted as I finish reading it. Alyssa Jericho says that she is his great aunt or something. Yes, he does. Yes. Kit 10K throws in $20. If Q lost his powers, maybe he felt that coming and made the cure just in case. Intriguing. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Just saying hi, love your guys' channel. Thank you, Trek Wars. Much appreciated. Good to see you. Tristan says Q got Robert Smith and everyone together and got them their first gigs when Smith left Susie and the Banshees. That's how Q got the cure going. Ha ha ha. I see what you did there. General Grievous, $5. Q retained his knowledge like he offered Picard in TNG when he lost them before. He would still remember that. My question is, did he use Europa Labs? Maybe. I don't know. Squadron Course snipes him with $1, so thank you, Squadron Course. Jank throws in $5 and takes out Squadron Course. I like the Kirk chop from the random guy on the deportation bus. Yeah, and even Rios was like, yeah, it was a good hit. Bryce, having been a guest on the feds for a few years due to my past drug issues, clean now, I have and having rode handcuffed in one of those very same prison buses, I kind of cheered when Seven and Rafi took out those bus guards. Yeah. Squadron Course, did someone say snipe? They did. Snipe with a double-barreled shotgun that's over 100 years old that has a box of shells lying beneath it that is questionable whether it'll fire or not, or whether it's legal to own. Somebody snipe with one of those. Jonathan, last week's Guinan scenes should have been replaced with Picard simply talking to his telepathic dog, making him look crazy, but introducing him to the supervisor. I think it would have been better. If this season is a goddamn dream sequence, we all mutiny, says Fleetpaw. Video Awesome says, I retracted it because everyone else was saying the same thing. Broken Speaker, Jack. That was a good Kirk chop. Tristan Mendoza, maybe Patrick Stewart will get the ruby slippers. Mina Haroon, I think Q's powers just don't work on Miss Picard because killing her would affect Q's own timeline, causing a paradox. Could be the case. That could absolutely be the case. Squadron Course, $1. Thank you so much. Joseph Cole, $5. Why hasn't Q checked in with the team he brought to fix the issues? It's a good question. It's a very good question. General Grievous, but we have nothing to assume he still has his powers to speak of. They haven't shown anything to show that he still has his powers. No, he's even said well, I'm going to say he even said to assume, unfortunately, I don't have what's required anymore, so I need you to do something for me. I need you to take somebody out, he says. Does the name Picard mean anything to you? So, yeah, it could be that he can't affect her, and that's what he needs Soon to do. Fleetpaw snipes with $2, snipes with the aforementioned shotgun. That's right, Mr. Peabody. Peter Locaco, $2, sniping with a flintlock. My dad has a bunch of flintlocks. They're fun to fire, but they're a pain in the ass to load. That's all I'll say. NZ Fate, of course he has his powers. He knew that in 17 seconds he'd sit down. That's proof. Snipes with well-placed Kirk chop. General Grievous, $2. Show Squadron Course at Fleetpaw. Snipped. He also snipped you, Fleetpaw. He cut your nuts off. I know you're meant to say snipe. I get it. Broken Speaker. So are they doing a mid-season break while Strange New Worlds plays? No. There's only 5 more episodes. The last episode of Picard and the first episode of Strange New Worlds happen on the same day. So. Mr. C, 2 dogs or 1 dog? 2 dogs, 1 cup? I don't know. 2 dogs, 1 bowl. Fleetpaw, $2. Snipes with a bow and arrow through Grievous's heart. Oh, Grievous doesn't have a heart, though. Would anyone from the Volcanoes Science Academy be alive in this time that has been in canon? So much wrong with that sentence. But, no, I don't think anyone... No. Kit 10K throws in $5, sniping in with 2 versions of the aforementioned shotguns. Holy shit. Kirk chops sounds like a TV dinner. Video Awesome. We simply don't have sufficient information to determine what Q is doing. It would not make sense for Q to bring in competition against himself. Exactly. Some violent super chats. This is the way, Shannon. It's a full-out war. We're heading towards World War III here with in Picard to be 2026. So, I mean, hey, shots are being fired now. 4 weeks left until Strange New Worlds. Cannot wait. All I want is a show to be good. General Grievous, $2. Jokes on you, Kenobi. Shot my heart, Fleetpaw. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give Grievous a bad name. Cody Michaels, what about the recoil for that? Would Agnes be ready for that? Probably not. But then, as people have pointed out, she's skilled and trained in multiple forms of murder, so maybe she would be ready for it. Broken Speaker, I would like to see Riker show up and prove he never gave back the Q power at all. The Continuum may have stripped Q of his powers when they realized what he was up to. There should only be one Vulcan on Earth at this time. No, there shouldn't be, because it never happened. That timeline doesn't exist. Daniel Paquette, what has happened has definitely affected the Q in some way, unless they are already being affected by something prior. Sure. Broken Speaker. And what about Amanda Rogers? She could show up, maybe. Amanda Rogers. Who the fuck is Amanda Rogers? Saval would be alive, right? Probably. Yeah. But he wouldn't be near Earth. Tristan says the Continuum would just have rolled their eyes, or the equivalent. Pardon my spelling, spell check, no help. No problem. Trek or not, explanation. Could we be dealing with two Qs, one from the Confederation, one from the Federation timelines, good and evil Q? It's kind of what I implied. That's what I suggested earlier in the live. I think there might be two Qs. Seems like it to me, but it almost doesn't make sense in a way. So, Fleet Paw, $2. Snipes Grievous with a spear in his gearbox. Ooh, I felt that one. General Grievous, $2. Declaws Fleet Paw, snipe. Kit 10K throws in $5. Sniping in with Godzilla using his atomic fire breath. Gojira! Q definitely still has his powers. From what I've seen, he would not survive in 2024 without his powers. Lisa Jericho says, yeah, but that Vulcan mission with T'Pol's ancestors would have still happened. No, it wouldn't have. The entire timeline got erased when the ship exploded in the interspatial rift. We've already talked about this. David Mack did a timeline that says everything in the original Prime timeline, all the time travel, everything has been erased. So no, it wouldn't have. Now that I've said that, those Vulcans weren't time travelers, so maybe, possibly, sure. I'll say maybe to that, but I don't like that. I don't want the Carbon Creek guy to come in, because that's just stupid. Still don't know who Amanda Rogers is. She was born in 2351. Mirror Universe Q and Prime Q come together, but she is still a Q. Oh yeah, that's right. Shit does not exist. I can't beat Godzilla. I'm out, but Grievous still might have still has a spear in his gearbox. Well, it's bigger than what he had there before, so he should be happy. Video awesome. I agree with the two Qs idea because this Q seems evil. TNG Q was never evil. The Q exists outside of time. Once she becomes a Q, I think for all... Oh, that's who Amanda Rogers is. Okay. DePaul's ancestors didn't travel through time. I know, I just said that. But I still don't think it would have necessarily happened the same way. So if everything was erased, then we know nothing. So World War III doesn't happen in 2026 like in canon, and nothing we know about anything means anything. Pretty much, yes. Channel noob question. Have Trekyards designed any ships before? Yes, Samuel's just designed the USS Horizon, and I've designed the Foley class, and we've done a lot of Trekyards originals where other people like bring their ship design stuff and we do complete videos on them. So yes, Jank. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and check out, just search for Trekyards originals. You'll see fan-created ships where they join us on screen. We do animations of it, we do renders, we do complete history for the ship. So yes. DX2069. So does that also mean that everything in Disco didn't happen either? So I guess that means everything is going to get fixed since Disco's timeline isn't. Yes. I didn't see any commercials. As for Picard, I think we need Species 8472 or the Emissary to come save the day. Oh wait, we have had the Time Traveler who's a panhandler in the Chronoverse episode. Well, that was Captain Braxton. Joseph Cole, if we see Velcro, then we know the Vulcans are here. Bryce says, it seems to me that something is affecting Q's powers, weakening them, but it seems kind of random and intermittent. Yes, this is the past, but the Q and threats to them would be outside of our time and space. Mark Henson, I don't think Q is evil, but we probably just don't understand what is going. Well, those aren't really, I wouldn't share those videos, Fleetpaw. Those aren't like official videos. Those are just, you should probably share some actual Trekyards originals of fan ones we've done, because we put a lot of heart and soul into those. But Q's son should exist as well. Cubo, yes. Q's son was John Delancey's actual son, correct? Yes. That is correct, Cody. All right, guys. We're coming at that 2-hour mark. We have 132 likes. Can we get 150? Let's go for another 18 likes if possible. Hit that like button. But yeah. Peter Lukaku, $5. Sniping in with a weak phaser shot to Elnor's chest. Oh, dude, leave poor Elnor alone, man. Mr. C, they must be hungry. No power to get food. Right? Elnor's obviously alive. Yeah, he's alive. I think he's just in a meditative state at this point. So, anyways, so in conclusion, tune in tomorrow afternoon for our edited review of this episode. And if you want to join the live, where we do a complete review and breakdown, that'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So please join us for that. And that you guys can contribute and put your thoughts in as well. So, but yeah. So I just had a thought about why this show is rubbing me the wrong way. All their Star Treks, real Star Trek, solve problems, and Rafi is just punching things. Okay. Kit 10K throws in $10. When there's a break from the Star Trek shows, which is looking less and less likely, do you guys plan on going back to Trekyards originals? Oh yeah, snipe again. Well, we only do originals when somebody commissions us. We do have quite a few in different stages of development, so there will be more coming out. But it's not like we do one every week, because that's just, we can't. They take a long time to produce. We got to build 3D models of the ship. We got to do the renders. We got to write a script. We got to talk to the creator. We got to film. We got a bunch of shit to do. So yes, there will be originals scattered here and there, but we'll have our weekly content as always. Every Saturday we have a ship or tech-related thing going on. So Squadra Course, $1. Thank you so much. Mina says, it's funny, when the show began, I would never have guessed that Girardi is going to murder the most people in cold blood. Maddox in season 1 and Pork Queen in season 2. I know. I never thought I'd like Girardi either. I didn't like her in season 1 at all. But I really like her character now. General Grievous, $1. Kit 10K, $5. Later than catch it tomorrow. General Grievous, $1. There he is. There he is. And not so wounded as we were led to believe. So much the better. Anyway, guys, I think I'll call it there. We're not going to hit 150 likes by the looks of it. We still need 6 more. So if there's 6 of you out there that haven't hit that like button, please consider hitting it now. Would very much appreciate it. If you can't, that's understandable. But you can only hit the like button once, unfortunately. So if you haven't hit it yet, please hit it. Mark Lawrence puts in $5. Obi-Wan is 51 today. Nice. Season 2 wasn't cold-blooded enough to already. I'm laughing at the superior super chat. Everyone like and subscribe. Live long and prosper. True. What if Boothby was a watcher too? Maybe. General Grievous throws in $1. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. But I am going to end it there. 3 likes away from 150. Come on, 3 people hit that like button if you have not hit it yet, please. I want to get to 150. That'd be amazing. Kit 10K, $5. Oh, and if you do make more originals, let me know. I'd love to share my USS Raptor with everyone. Well, we could definitely work with you, Kit. So, Donnie says, well, I must go now. Thank you for another great stream. Till next we meet. May you live long and prosper. Same to you, Donnie. 149, 152. Yes, we hit over 150 likes. You guys are awesome. General Grievous snipes in with $1. And I think we'll call it there. I think General Grievous might have won the day, Fleet Pa. Damn, son. Sorry to hear that. Maybe next time you'll be better than General Grievous. But probably not. Oh, as I say that, Colin Barrett snipes in with €2. Agnes, the Executioner Girardi, from parts unknown, weighing in at 105 pounds. I don't know how much he would weigh. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. And Colin, you won the last Super Chat slot, so you took out General Grievous and Fleet Pa, so congratulations to you, sir. Anyway, guys, have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I want to see you all there at the live review. So, see you guys.